And we are live with another episode. We're doing a bit more building for Le Mans. We're doing more working on the pit now. We are 2.5 hours in and it's going really good. I'm enjoying everything. It's going amazingly. Yeah, let's continue in. Alright, just have to fix up the lights and of course with the artificial thing back here. Great thing for a channel when you have artificial light. Allows you just to be a little bit less reliant on weather. Though you get good weather, you always got to open up, and it just works out perfectly. Yeah, starting off another week, no one here but me, so you're gonna have to listen to my voice if you're watching this back. So yeah, it's mainly these things that are sort of guest streams as I'm working, building through this project, but it's open to anyone. Anyone, if they want, can come up and join these streams. It's completely open to anyone and everyone. Let's say we had Mr. Kiwi yesterday. He showed us an incredible Chrome collection, and that was amazing. I had such a great time that that stream and leave watching him. But yeah, if you're live right now and you want to check the chat, I've got a link out there for people to join. It just makes it more interesting for myself, and it allows you guys to come here and be live on the channel. So yeah. I also do want to announce that this project now has something very new. There's a video coming out all about it on the channel. I've never tried before, but I want to, and it is going to be crowd support. Now, what that means is you can have something sort of special featured in this model. In the way of, say, I have this open to the public now, where you can go and you can have Porsches. So for certain prices, you're able to get stuff featured in the model. Like say this, all of the incredible drivers that we're going to have on this track. You see right now, their faces are blank. You can sponsor or pay for these individual drivers to get their head, get something special to you. So I've got loads of custom heads and stuff from you to choose from it. Yeah, you can just choose whatever you want. We've also got the vehicles where I will print logos and stuff from the side. So like say, look at this Koenigsegg. You see here, we've got a white side. I'd happily logos, and I've got a whole video coming out. So make sure to check the channel. If you're watching me from Twitch, there is a link. If you're on YouTube, well, you're on the channel already. But yeah, but please check it out. And also, with purchasing this, you will get mentioned in every stream that I do. I'm not joking, I will have you mentioned in every stream. So that's just, yeah, it's something open to anyone if you're interested to do it. Yeah, it helps the stream and it also helps me. It helps support these build series. Because if any of you out there watching this are mock builders, you know these builds take a lot of bricks sometimes, and bricks aren't cheap. Yeah. Anyway, continue on. So the powers of pits are, if I'm going to quickly flash up an image. So these pits are obviously, you have the cars inside each one of them. These are more decorational. The cars won't really fit inside them that easily. It's more to have members of the crew sort of running out. From here we've got little sort of bits there so you can have more interaction there. It's mainly because I'm building this to scale to an extent. I can't build the whole thing to scale in the time, but I can build sort of segments like this. So yeah, so let me just flash up an image of it. If you just see right here, this is Le Mans, and you've also got this here being the pit. So you can see in each segment here, you've got these little sort of bays. This is what I'm building the base here. The next dip is the sort of glass here. I've got technique I was showing this to Kiwi on the last stream where you see it's just a complete, you go over it, and yeah, there's something that we've got going on in each stream. So it's just building on it. Obviously, it's been great. The yellow here I haven't realized, but yeah, it's just how it works. So we're building the pit areas here. We've got a bit of track laid out, and yeah, let's get back to building. Yeah, and if anyone here is interested about how you do mock building, how you do sort of build at this scale, what it takes, the behind the scenes, I am actually working on creating a feature episode thing where I will each week sort of go over projects, look at little things, and yeah. Tell me if that's something you'd be interested with. And yeah, we're 5 minutes in already too, so that's an hour and 35 minutes. Yeah, we stream. Great. great. So we're just really quiet and at the very top of it, and yeah, and though they're watching the eagle-eyed among you might notice that my time that I say at the start of each stream or during it is not keeping up with the time of the actual stream themselves. That's because I've got a clock going off in the background, sitting actually on the phone, which is recording this stream. I can't present it, but yeah. It's just something, it's just I have it running in the background, so each time I can check and I can see how far along we are. But normally it's give or take 5 minutes less than what the stream time is. Yeah. So now it's just building up these bays for each segment. So you see I'm building it along, and that is, yeah, that is not great how that looks there. Let me see if I can try to fix that. Just the white there is just, yeah, a bit too bright on that side. Yeah, I've got two lights here, which you can see my hand just going over. It adjusts it. Just, yeah. It looks very weird on camera than it does to me, because at the moment it's quite dark to me. For you guys, it looks too bright. But yeah. I'm also considering if these streams to have them run later in the day. Let me know if that's something that works for you guys, if it's good, bad. Yeah. Let me know. That's the mode action. I'm just going to remove these down so you get a better view of the little segments there. And you can see these dogs here. I've actually placed it out, unlike a lot of my mocks. You actually see the back here, and with this project I'm trying to be so as transparent as I can. I'm showing so everything. I'm not I'm so kind of like say Mandalore or Dani. Mandalore had close to no content on it. It had stuff which people watch from the conventions, but that project was kept under wraps for quite a while. Yeah. It was a project that I didn't intend to film stuff at the start. And then when I got to the end of it, I couldn't really do the series, but still, it worked out well. I kind of wish I did film. That summer, it was chaotic. One of the best summers I've ever had for it, just building every day, but still, yeah. It was a chaotic summer. Still, fun. It's a joy of mock building, just getting the dates down, trying to finish a build before the time, getting stuff ready. Prepped up for a convention. Yeah, conventions are something that personally I enjoy very much. I know I've said it before, I do with Brick Festival, same with Mr. Kiwi. It's quite big in the UK if you're one of my American viewers, and they work really well. It's nice, and something that I know the American viewers will get is we get them for free. Yeah, you guys don't. We don't pay a penny for conventions. Sometimes we even get paid ourselves from. They're not great. Maybe just £50 for 7 hours. So you work it out. We're not being paid much if we talk hourly rate, but it's still really nice. It helps to support the build. And nice £50 Lego voucher. I'm not going to argue with. Go to the point where I've got a little collection sitting around. I think in total, the channel has done. This October, when I go to London, should be around. That might be number 7 for the channel, which is something really exciting. Just how far we've come from the showing up to one convention back in February 2021, I think. No, 22. So that's the first one. I went there. It was very small little gecko stuff. Completely missed him until it was a funny story. When I was at London, my first convention in September 2021, I'm standing at this sort of desk. I'm standing at my thing. I've got 19 Brick Stupid next to me, and this guy comes over. He's a bit older than me, but he comes over. No idea who he is. So I've been obviously on a sort of community I believe he helps run called Builder Central. Just sending messages and I'm seeing stuff from him. And then I just asked him who he is for him to reveal that he was the one and only Gecko. Yeah, that was something. And yeah, just being, I think that it's great talking to him. He's a great guy. He's got great content. If you guys want to check him out, he's on Instagram, on YouTube. Gecko Builds Lego. He's great stuff, great content. I recommend it. Go check him out if you have time. If you don't, still check him out. He's a great guy, and content's great. Yeah, that was a fun thing. A very fun sort of project and stuff that works, and it's just, yeah. Yeah, to anyone who's rewatching this, I'm rambling at the moment because there's not that many viewers. It's calm, but we do have someone. So thank you, whoever you are. If you want, you got questions, comment, and yeah. Doing another stream. I'm building this big project known as Le Mans. It's a raceway in France. I visited this summer and I've just gone with it. I'm running with it and I'm going to try to build it in 24 hours. No, due to its big performance race. Yeah. Thanks, whoever, and come on if you want. So yeah, we are just past the 10-minute mark on this stream. That's 2 hours, 40 minutes. I've got to stop saying this every 5 minutes, but yeah, I've got to keep conversation. I've got to keep talking for these streams. So yeah. At the moment, I'm building up this side here, so when the public actually sees the smoke, they don't see the side here or the inside, which some of my projects have shown a bit of, but this is sort of keeping it more boxed in. The back might be a bit more open. That mainly is for transport and repair. So you do see stuff like the incredible, absolutely incredible Coconut Break Studios. What he does is actually have some gaps built in. I've tried that on Aldani and does keep a bit more structure. And honestly, applause to him. It's a really great idea. It works really well. And yeah. Right. See, if you ever see me moving around like this, it's mainly because I've got a big parcel my side, so I'm constantly running over and grabbing pieces from just to help. So yeah. The one thing is, the Lego community is very big when you're working for storage projects like these, when you actually are for bricks, when you're sorting through, because you do get a lot of elements and a lot of different colours these days. So it's always great just to have a bit of storage, a bit of clear of mind when you're working, so you know which is where, what you can grab quickly to get your project working and moving on. Yeah, you may see I'm doing these gradual, sort of segment by segment, just working and building them up. It's a routine which works quite well. You see, great, and this whole build piece here is actually, I'm going to time lapse every second of this on YouTube. So on YouTube, you see, you just get a complete time lapse of the entire build. So you see every second. So if you're live, you might get even featured in that. You need a blip, so it's going to be 24 hours of building. Now, I don't keep time with a lot of my projects, just something that I don't do for the channel. But I think it's going to be really interesting. And I think it'll be an interesting watch when I get it done and published out on YouTube. So yeah, and it is just, one thing with this project is that I've actually designed sort of the roads and stuff beforehand. It's something that I haven't really done much. In the world of designing for mock projects, I'll do little things, but I won't do major, actually planning out the road. And I managed to get them cheapened down because building segments like that can be quite expensive. So especially with that, I've put it down to only £18 for each bit, which is better. Like this is one of the segments here, and yeah, I know I've got an F1 car. This car is normally, this race is normally known a lot more for its hypercars, but yeah. What? The one thing which I think is funny is Lego are now sort of changing the tab cup system completely, where it's no longer a cup, it is sort of little thing you can collect, the boxes, which I think is good. It's better for the smaller fan, or just like the mum and dad who've bought the kiddo set and are just, they don't want the carpet, just uninteresting to them, so they throw it out. I think it's a creator like me, who I think I use these actually a bit more just for bulk storage, like say, some of my line cards like this. I've got all of these just stored in here for it because they're just an excess overflow. The storage system what I use is mainly these white boxes, which you see everywhere around. They fill up, but something like this segment here, I could probably fill about half of these, so it's just keeping the just a bit more space around when you're building. And yeah, they're perfect, they work really well. But now Lego are going to do boxes. Which I've got to say, my first reaction was, I think it's good. Like now I know they've got better and bigger sort of storage capabilities, which I think is ultimately very good for us, because for the fans, more Lego in your cup. No issue with that at all. But we do lose a bit with this, is that we're going to no longer sort of get these display things, except they're wooden boxes, but they get battered down and they go. That's the thing. They go and we just don't get them anymore. We can just lose them just completely. And it's just something that happens, but still. Yeah, if you ever hear me go silent, it's just what happens. I'm just building, I'm concentrating. There's only so much you can talk to when you don't have someone else filling in, giving you things, but still. So yeah, you do have the new VIP points, which I do want to correct. I'm sorry for saying it yesterday, is I got my maths wrong by about a complete 0. So yeah, so it is, for the new sort of system, is to get £5 off, you need to scan 40 magazines. To get £50 off, which only because I know the amount, you need to scan 400. Which isn't bad. If you've got 400 sets lying around, my calculations yesterday were a bit off, but it's not bad at all. It's sort of something extra that you could get that we didn't have before. Now it's the time. If you got 400 magazines and you think you could get your cash from it, it's something I've definitely considered. This project is, it's fun to do unfunded. But yeah, so we're actually building up to the point where, at some points, where I think we might actually be able to move on to the next sort of segment of this build here. We have just a bit more height, so you say, with figure here. They can walk in and out of that quite comfortably. I'm going to give it a bit more height because it's always nice, and you have just a little bit extra on these builds. Just, add something where you can just don't need to worry as much with the height, because it just, some builds when they just feel too enclosed, it just Also using the joist here is Hoth has been reconsumed here by the build process. So it's now Hoth is seeing its second purpose here. Second build is now becoming Le Mans. One thing you see here is when you see I've got quite a flat wall here, I don't think that looks very good at all. So what I'm now doing now is I'm going back and I'm modifying my design so I can actually fit in more comfortably some more stuff around it. So it just looks, I think, a lot better when you just have a bit of space in a build. You don't need to worry about just that little, when the little bit of extra space in the build just adds so much, a little bit of an extra curve in the build is specifically what I'm adding onto this build here. Now, one thing I think is very cool when you see a build is you have the gradients that people add in, like the colors. You see, I've got just a couple little spots here. Many of them running. Oh, got no more grey 1x1s. I know, sad day, but still. But I think it's actually looking quite nice. The little thing I might add in, just little blips of colour. Sometimes I don't like it when you see it on big projects, but I think it's not looking too bad here. Now let's measure up. Yeah, so I think here, this is where I'm going to mark and stop building up for the height of the walls in these sort of little caves. So I'm going to mark that there. You see, with that little mark there, it just allows me to see and move on. Oh, it is. Now actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this just little step here, this little 1x... can I find my camera? Right, we're going to get focused? No. But this here, just going to add it on there so you just get a bit more of a slant on the build. It adds something just extra onto the shaping, so yeah. You see, now I'm just going to get here. I'm actually going to just pull one of my back walls from over here just so that I can secure it and show off what one of these sort of boxes will look completed. So yeah, let's see, is that tall enough for the guy? You know what? I'll go one more level. Just... builds always look better when they just have a bit more space given to them. It's something that becomes one, you can't really fix something like that or modify it when the build's completed. So you've got to do it now. And you have the space to in the build and you can access. So at some point you actually lose access to corners or segments of these builds. Let me find if I've got any inverted slopes like that, which could just add yeah, as I will mention quite a few times during these streams, if you do want to support this project, make sure to check out the video. It's coming out very soon, so you can have a figure of your complete own choosing. Now this could be anything. I've got a wide range of styles. You don't need to send anything in. No, I'll deal with it completely from here. And when this mock goes on tour, you'll see a figure in this build which is uniquely to you. Only you know why that figure is there. Only you know it's something special just for you. God, I'm going silent quite a lot. But yeah, 24-minute mark on the stream. We're getting very close to me saying, oh God, I've lost about half an hour to this build. What have I done? I'm actually glad I didn't do this 24 hours straight live, because I think I might not have a voice by the end of all of it. I'm saying now I'm feeling my throat a bit when I'm talking, but yeah, we're doing good, we're going strong, we'll be good, we're staying through this. Now I know each day changes the amount that I stream, it's just sort of what I can get done. If there's pieces, if I need to sort more, because what will really kill this build down and make me lose a lot of time is if I do my mic working. Sorry. Give me a sec. Am I having a minor freak out thinking my mic's not working? My mic is working. Oh, good. You don't know, on my first ever stream with Cosmic, and yeah, he isn't here today, I know, but it's... yeah, so on my first ever stream with Cosmic, I had a minor harsh attack. I was on stream. I thought I was talking to him straight sort of face and everything, and I go on and I realised my mic has been off for a good 20 minutes. So I've just been talking to myself, just sitting there, wondering why he isn't answering any of my questions or anyone else on the stream is, but fun times. Very fun times. Yeah, memories like those. The great summer that it was, summer I started streaming. God, it sounds like a Disney Plus show, doesn't it? Actually, no, it's Apple, which is summer I turned pretty. So yeah, we've got the great thing of Ahsoka has released this week. Yep, the thing we've been waiting for. We've got an Ahsoka-based show. She's no longer the little sidekick of Anakin. She is a completely own person, someone who we've just seen in so many shows. But now she's got something strongly, which is purely just Ahsoka, and I think it's going to be pretty good. I'm saying that I haven't watched it. I haven't learned anyone's thoughts on it. But at least from what I'm hoping for a good show, eh? I think everyone is now with Star Wars. Everyone's seen. No. We've all seen sort of the same thing. We've all seen what they've done before with Project. It's fun to see what they're going to do now. Alright, how does that look at the front? That doesn't look bad. I'll add some angling to it later on in the build. I might actually... Yeah, that's a lazy excuse there, actually. Yeah, this is joy. It's completely unplanned here, just working through the bricks I've got sitting in front of me. I'm actually just going to go... So you see, I'm pulling out these bags quite a lot here. They're just stuff that I've got sitting around. It's actually from conventions. Great, there's one store where I can just buy fibre. Lots of bulk pieces. Buy a lot of bulk pieces and it's really great. Which is just, yeah, perfect when you get just opportunities like these just to buy lots of pieces straight. Gotta love. They're always at the Brick Festival event. So you see, they just sell just in bags like these. You just get loads of bulk and it's perfect. It's definitely supported Aldani and I feel like it's going to support me quite well here. Now, when people say sort of bulk pieces or pieces that they will use to bulk up a mock, what does that mean? I know I was confused at least at first, hearing sort of just someone referring just to this bulk brick, just them buying the worst condition brick to use. And it's using it to hide away in the back. Like say, these pieces here, though, they are extras from a set. They are just being used to just place here, to keep this supported up. Fun for that. Let's pull a car up there so we get a better idea on sort of the scale of everything here. Wow. Yeah. I'd look like an idiot if I said I know that it's too small. I think even 4x8. You know, screw it. Let's pull down our trusty friend, the great set the Land Rover, and see how he looks in this situation. God, I've built a Le Mans to this scale. So I could go and make it bigger so the cars do actually fit in them, but I think, honestly, it's just meant to be a representation at the end of the day. I'm going to make this a bit longer in the end, but at the moment, this build's looking perfectly fine as it is. One thing also with this build is I'm going to add lights, and like my bricks actually come up. One thing which just makes them just honestly goated at some of the stuff they do is the fact that they have this new element in which actually allows you to connect 2 levels of lights through a connection. I wish they had it when I started Oldani, because it honestly will help so much in just some projects that I work with. It will just be something else entirely. Now let me see, where is that? There we go. Yeah. So originally I was planning to rim the entire thing with a piece like this, inverted, but I think I've got a better idea. I'm going to rim it entirely to give it a bit more depth. I'm going to use the normal 1x2 slope rather than the inverted version. It'll mean I'll remove these ugly sort of... The only thing, these things do have a bit of an ugly undertone sometimes. You get pieces like this here, which, like a tool, you got the marks. There we go. Focus on that one, camera. The little marks. Come on. Yeah, you see me tapping or anything. It's not that I'm a shock. It's just that it's moving the camera, making sure it's just focusing on the right thing. The worst thing you want to see is a blurry image. So do I. Then it just nullifies the look of everything, and yeah. So yeah, the one viewer who's stuck around all this time, I thank you for it. I thank you for watching, because it's just, yeah, it's something. I know streaming's a big world of working, you have everything. It's a small bit. Yeah, enjoying it. It's a calm day. 3 o'clock now. This time I was gonna start the stream, but we did a bit early today just because I just, I felt like it. It just felt like I wanted to get on and get started working in Mortis project. Because honestly, every day I look at it and it just gets me really excited about it, about the future of what I'm doing, what I'm building here. Honestly, it looks so bright. Yeah. So I'm just using these corner bricks here. Normally I do have the inverted, they aren't here, but these I'm going to actually add lights to run these. So the subject of that, just go and pull out from one of my drawers the great old box of lights. Whoop. There we go. Light my bricks. What I do is, yep, that's a Range Rover kit. I think it's been very rare times that I've actually bought parts separately for the DIY. So it's a good advertisement. They are normally a bit more expensive than what you usually need for projects. Because if you just buy their kits, just buy what you think works right. I bought this because it had a lot of very long leads. For mock building, the longer you get a lead is the better. It just gives you a lot more space to work with, and yeah, makes everything just so much simpler at the end of the day. Let's see. The synth in the background there is actually, it's nice. I'm not minding this track. I think this might be the track that we'll use for the continuation of this series. Oh, just grabbed the wrong brick entirely there. Yeah, I'm going to leave little gaps here just so I can add lights in at a later date. I might on this stream, I might not. I'm just right now just trying to get the bulk brick placed down for us. I'm constantly searching around for more brick around me. Just, yeah. So I was thinking, have I got as much as I thought to start? See, just a pile, they're going down. They're going down quickly. Actually, subject to that, I've been staring at something right here. There we go. Another thing of brick. I always find it funny when you look at certain projects. Obviously, this project's having a lot more structure into it, meaning it's going to be a lot stronger. It's going to be much funner to take to conventions because I'm not going to be sitting there until the very last minute re-putting it back together or buying more parts to support the field. But yeah, it means every time you do it, it just feels a little bit smaller. Like you're wondering if you've just like misplaced something or just some bricks have disappeared. But honestly, sometimes it can feel like that. You're wondering where or how you did such big projects back on the last one when you can't even find some of the brick you need for this one. But yeah, so we are over the 3 hour mark now. Whew. 8th into the project. It's got a lot to go. Lot to go. Mainly because I'm scavenging around searching for bricks, which does not help, which is one thing I really advise, and it's why some of the streams end a bit earlier. Make sure you have bricks always, because it's the one thing that delays you massively. I know you'll see the big channels will just do something that looks like they're stacked. They get everything. Most of the time we don't. Most of the time we don't have enough brick at all. We're just searching through and we're hiding the little stuff. Oh, I'm going to say, unless you're M&R Production and been stockpiling their white bricks for the last decade. No, but yeah, that's the joy of this challenge, is I'm quite time limited in what I can do and what I can get. Because obviously, for me, I'm in the UK, my summer holidays end soon enough. So I've got these 2 weeks at the end here where I can afford the time to do it. When I go back, I don't know if I'll get the time. It's all a bit of an unknown. So it means I'm taking advantage of every last second I can get now, so I don't need to worry about it later. So I can have this built, ready, and sitting in a box for October for the event. So honestly, much better than having to worry about it on the weekend before. And still will be, but it's much better to have some of it ready. And there we go, got another line added in there. And I'm going to grab my 1x2 and start creating the inverted float. I think this will be interesting to see, because I haven't seen many creators try something like this. And you see, last time I was just building up the window in that stream, and I think I might even have to double that amount of window there. So just, getting stuff done gradually. That's how you're going to think and look at these projects. It's a gradual work. You're not going to get everything done in the first 5 minutes. You're going to get stuff done so you're not doing everything like these when the project rolls around. So yeah, this here is actually designed here, so you see it splits in half. That is mainly because a lot of my builds go in the big sort of grey boxes, but a lot of people you see the hidden side of the convention is they will use a suitcase. I know, oh yeah, shocking, revealing the secrets of everyone, but no. A lot of people who use suitcase, which is great if you're not driving, if you're taking a train around. Luckily, I can get around that way, meaning I can bring sort of quite big boxes, but yeah, that is the joy when you actually have sort of stuff that can be travelled on the train with. It just makes it a lot easier with suitcase. He would look at you like you're a lunatic carrying around just this big box just on a sort of tube. that's one. Just yeah. Yeah, you do need to just realize and look into everything, work out how to doing it. Because I was considering digitally designing this and just building it from that for 24 hours. And I thought that could work. That could be interesting, even though I could sell the instructions for a build like this. Which, I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe I've always just thought that it's very much that I've learned how to use scale well, which means I don't have to worry about sort of people looking at the little bits of the build. They look at the big scale of it, and then that becomes what is more impressive. Yeah, this is more classic building, as I say. I am using some more techniques, but it's not something like Geonosis, which I've recently built. It's just been massive. If you're on the CAC Discord, you know about it, you know the little bits, and you know that I've got a video coming soon enough. I'm going to talk completely about that project, share the secrets of what I've been doing for at least the last couple of weeks. Oh, it's been a pity. It's been a quiet stream, and it's been the one guy or person, whoever you are watching me, and I can always say thank you. Nothing more I can say to that. You've been here, you've been sitting, watching me. You made a good choice. Oh, I hope at least. I hope I'm not too boring talking to myself, it feels like, but yeah. Yeah. So it's a funny thing, I've been on YouTube for a while now. I've been on for 3 years, which I'm a COVID channel, if you want to call it that. I am. I'm one of the channels who joined during COVID and started building from that. And it was, I gotta say, it was something. I started later than I thought. I started in November 2020, which was quite far into the pandemic. I've been building before that. I've been building sort of things. I'd actually had a large scale project before that, but stuff happened. I sadly lost it. It sort of just fell apart. It taught me a lot of lessons about sort of structure and build. But yeah, so I had been making beforehand that, and then I released 2 videos. I released my first video, which was actually an upgraded version of sets. It's been something I've been working on, upgrading sets. Something which sticks true to my old days, my channel. I basically take a set and I would do what Lego would. I would just plate over it. I'd make it I make it a lot more of a flatter, smoother looking build, which I used to think was more leveled up. Now, though I do say it, I am starting to prefer now when you mix the two sort of mediums of Lego, being sort of stud and plate. Just appreciating sort of the 2 levels of that. So I can see it a lot more now, yeah. But it was fun. Okay, I say, if you're ever feeling bored or you want just something new or unique you want to do for your collection, find a set. Maybe it's a set that you're not completely satisfied by Lego. I can name some the 2020 Imperial Shuffle, or 2021. I saw that and I wasn't that happy with it. So what I did is I got 2016, which I think is an incredible model, and I played out the wings. I added more curves onto it. I made it better in my mind, and that build has seen a lot. It first saw its first view of the world in a really fun build where I did, which was for First Order Lego builds. I remember he won the Mocktober the year before. Been no more Mocktober from M&R, but still. And it was, so I entered one of the competitions with it. I didn't think I did that high, but it was great. I enjoyed it, and that shuttle showed up in so many of my mocks. I loved it. Subject to First Order builds, his mock competition is something that I've had fun with. I think I've entered into 3 total, maybe, which have been great. And like one of them, yeah, I think I was shown maybe like 28th, 29th. Then my Geonosis Sands, which is Geonosis has got a history competitions. Lego Brett, my first Geonosis build. One of his competitions back in the day when he was doing all the small ones. No more competitions from him recently, but still. Anyway, so that is how it's going to work there. Right, so let's just look. Did that? Yeah. That fits along. I'm actually just going to make it one smaller because of the edge on the build, but there we go. Oh, I've got a lot of rims here. Actually, you know what I'm thinking? Pebbles have gifted me with a lot of these little tooth pieces. So in return, I am going to use these actually to sort of thin the base of these. So what do I mean when I'm going to say thin it? I'm going to have these sort of stick through each layer, which I think will look quite cool. I think it should work quite well. So yeah, let's get on to doing that. I'm going to actually double layer these just to give them a bit more support in it. Make them just a bit stronger. So yeah, so jump back to the early part of my channel, I think a bit nostalgic. Really had a sort of big release video about this project. Got me thinking back to simpler days at the start where it just was that. The channel was never, channel even now isn't that big, saying it. But trying places, been trying new types of content. I've been trying to upload a lot more regularly. Well, take that as you will. I've been making sure I've been getting weekly videos out. Back when I used to do mock building. Well, okay, I'm still doing mock building. When I was doing the small mock builds, when I was doing that was hectic. It's the least I can say about that because I was trying to get a build out every week. And if you're a viewer from back then, you'll understand they got quite repetitive quite quickly. But still, yeah. Yeah, so I enjoyed it. I think it worked really well in the end of the day. But it was, yeah, it was chaotic getting that many builds out in sort of short periods of time. But I continued. Walked away from the camera. I sort of continued at that, and I came better and better every week. I saw every week I sort of built, and I think it honestly really helped my skill and everything. It's because I was constantly building. I was constantly looking, sort of finding out new things. I was trying out new techniques every sort of thing. I was trying to find what could I do differently from everyone else because the small building mock. So building small mocks is a very competitive space. Because you can see everything. So I tried very thing with my thumbnails. My first actual sort of trying of thumbnails, trying to create a unique looking thumbnails, was just me using sort of shots and builds, where I actually started to love doing Lego photography. And I think that was, yeah, I still enjoy it now. I don't do as much, but I'll take shots from my builds. If you ever see me at a convention, you know I have little postcards, which I just sort of stick around, and yeah, you always can come and take one, so take it home. Yeah, and they're photos from the build. Honestly, I think doing stuff like that for projects really works. It does, it just adds an extra little level. Now, I'm actually going to push these pieces in quite a lot to make sure, because you can see the sim design there, it's got to be very, very sharp. So testing the grip strength there, you see, making sure that there is no space in these. They have got to be tight like it's just one big piece. Yeah. Yeah, I think streaming when I started was fun because I did a little thing, but it was just, yeah, it was talking building streams, a bit like it was today, but I never used to do them solo. Yeah, I always did them with Cosmic because that was fun. It was just two of us. In my first ever stream, I went on his channel, and I've got to say, if you do want to get into streaming, I highly advise you do it with someone else because it's much more interesting to watch. I think this proves it that it is much more interesting to watch when you've got someone else there. When you're not just listening to the same person's conversation and ideas. Like I'm just sitting here, I'm reminiscing about the past of the channel, which is just fine. I don't know how interesting you guys will find it though. That's the thing. It's more me just finding time to talk because in reality you see me building, but there's not much. There's not much. That's just how it really is. But now, do I like that tooth design there? Enough to continue it along the whole thing. You know what? I'll try it. Worst case scenario, I'll fix it at a later date, but for the moment, I'll see how far I can get with these. I actually bought, you know, the new sort of stick, you know, new candelabra piece. Oh god, listen to me there. But yes, I bought quite a lot of them actually. Let me grab one to show to you guys. Oh, you know, never mind. They're at the bottom, I think. But I bought the new candlestick piece that was used for the new sort of Disney 100 sort of thing, and they actually appeared on Pebbles, which I bought quite a lot. So I'm trying to use maybe that as maybe some sort of gold sort of referencing or intake on a design. I'm considering maybe putting some interiors on this build. I don't know what I'll do, but I think it could be fun. As it is, it's being sort of designed level by level for the project. Yeah. So anyone who's watching in the future now, who's not watching this live, you've watched it, comment actually what it is like to watch streams. I've never really watched streams. It's just, well, it's where it sits really. Where you've just got someone like here sitting like me, just talking, and you're not actually live, you're not participating, you're not in chat. But tell me what it's like. Honestly, I'm pretty interested. So obviously, it's not something that I've really done. Ah, look at that. I completely forgot. I've got all of these right here. Yeah, so I can actually add a rimming. What? Okay, there you go. See a bit there? I'm going to actually try and add, going completely upside down, see if I can add a rim to this. I gotta say, this is probably going to be one of my most productive hours on the subject of the time, which it is coming up to an hour period. I think it's actually looking pretty good at the moment. I think this is... I can't say I'm not hopeful for this build because honestly, I really am. I really think this thing has what it needs to be a really, really great project. A good looking project as well. You just see it as I'm working down here. I think it's looking pretty phenomenal. Let me move some of these pieces out of the way for you. Yeah. And on the subject, I am going to just continue building this window here because I built one level. The secret is I need it to be double the thickness. So I'm going to start the joy of building it up. Oh, so let me check. Have I done it right? No, I haven't. Right. Let's go flip 2 bricks. Oh, no, 1 brick. There we go. That's really fine. There you go. So it's just working at these, building them up. Now these are just such a great thing when you see them on the Powerball. Honestly, they've helped projects like this so much, and it's a great new window design. I haven't really seen anyone ever do that. Well, it gives a bit of a close. You can't see straight through it, which I think just adds a little extra level to the build. Adds something quite cool and sort of hidden to it, because not everything's sort of shown publicly on a lot of mock builds. So this is just a good way to hide it, and it actually creates a bit of a light trap sometimes. Which I just think is just, yeah, pretty cool. And you can sort of double layer it and all of that. Personally, I don't do that much with my own builds, but double layering, unless you're doing a water effect. Water and lava look great if you sort of do multiple layers. Try keeping them all translucent is my one word of advice. But then if you have lights under it, it just looks very good. Subject, my friend Imperial Builds, I did a Hoff collab with him back in February of this year, which was fun, really fun. He actually brought a Mustafar build, a small thing, and he actually used that technique to with lights running under it. I was talking to him when he was building it, and I gotta say, it came out really good for that build. And it just works so well sometimes for quite a lot of builds. We just have these little extra levels on them. You know, actually, I'm gonna lose my voice if I continue, and I've got another. I've got another. It's only 4.5 hours in. Oh, sorry, 3.5. God, I'm worrying myself listening, saying stuff like that. No, but yeah, so we got quite a lot more of this build to go. I think it's good. We get to the 6-hour mark, it'll be a bit realization. I gotta speed this thing up. But yeah, so I got a piece order coming in, which will allow me to build a lot of track. That is what I'm mainly relying on to get a lot of track sort of built. So I think that will really bulk out the build, make it look really sort of cool. And it's sort of one of the effects I've been working on. It's just, yeah, whoop. Yeah, that's one thing. Always think when you build, don't try to include every technique you know. And then you're showing your complete skill level, just showing everything you can do. Maybe have just a specific technique which you want to highlight. Like say, and that's one thing, always have action in the build. This one will be a bit more of a civilian build, if you were to call it, where it won't be as much action, but there will be, because but say, if you're building small, build action. Like always have, like say for me, having an explosion or something to draw, or like say a battle. Like just have something like that. Or what I find is great is a vehicle. What I'm commonly have done this year. Just got one bit stuck right in there. Is build a if you're on a gunship Star Wars building, do that. Have that sort of hanging above the build, because that looks unreasonably good. It shouldn't, but it does just look that much better on a build. To add something now, you don't want it to be dwarfing the build, so always have it hanging off a bit to the side. But it does just it adds something. I feel like I'm gonna say. And what would you guys think of? One thing is we're just doing a couple of tutorials. Tutorial sounds bad, sounds cursed in some worlds, but just doing like sort of build, just talking about how I've designed builds. Obviously, yeah, I know I'm doing this live, but not everyone watches my content live. If you've watched through an hour live, or you can just watch a 10-minute video. That's the thing. My content rarely rarely surpasses over 10 minutes. You're like, look at Oldani. It's a massive project there, and one of my most complex projects. No lie, it'd be hard for me to build something as complex as that. It is hard to build something as complex as that. And that, like, that has like a total running time of like 30 minutes, under 40 minutes entirely. It's sort of a quick watch. Like, some people will do videos and stuff like that, and they'll take half an hour. That was November of last year or maybe May of this year. That was just a lot of work. Believe me when I say it. Building projects like that, it's a lot. And I say this here, you can think 3.5 hours cuts into a lot. It's not got me that far with this. Fair enough, you watched the first sort of 2 hours, I didn't get that much done. It was just laying the groundwork. I'm working it out, because here's the thing, I've got a pretty good plan here. Which is a good thing at the moment, because when you have a plan with the build, it allows everything to run smoothly. Yeah, and I constantly, if I find myself where I've not got any idea and I think I'm running low on pieces, if you're doing time challenges, build what you think will take you longer. Obviously, if you're doing like a 5 minute, just build. You can 5-10 minute, but if you're doing like a 2 hour, this is proved. Or if you're doing longer, just if you don't have time or if you've got split, you don't have to do it all in one go. Build stuff which will take you a while, but it gives you time to think. So this technique here is taking me a while because I'm not just placing brick, I'm doing it quite ornately, but it's giving me time to think and talk and think about what the idea is. That I do want to have these sort of ledge designs built into here, so you have it ledged up, so you see across the entire boat. You see that? So you see it's being leveled up a bit. Then we're going to have this window, which will run like that. Whoop. Then we're going to have the big grandstand. I know the window won't. The angles there are a bit off, but it gets the idea across to you guys. Don't tell me. Oh. Oh, I think I might design this segment completely differently. Right, I've designed this segment completely wrong, which could be quite a lot of time loss, but at the moment I'm not going to worry about that because I can't worry about losing or gaining time. Challenge like this, every second you think may count, and it doesn't. I know what I'm doing, I know how long it will take me, and it's more fun. Like, say, when you run a channel, don't feel like you're stricken to everything when you're doing a challenge. You're not. You have the control. You do stuff as long as it's fun to you. Like, say here, I'm being brutally honest, because sometimes that's what you need. Because honestly, this world can seem really fake. Sometimes you just have builds or builders. Some of the content just seems really fake. You just question it. You look at it, right? You're wondering how just everything's so good with the project. Sorry. Anyway, keep a light face. Continue. Just look at the happy side. Yeah. So when creators say they are going to take a break, listen to it, respect it. Don't ever think some people it's just finding themselves. If they come back, they will come back better. If they don't, respect it. On with their lives, and if they know what they're doing, if they know what they're going for, it's great to them. It's great for them. Wonder who you are, one person watching my stream. Like, honestly, just come join. I've got a link on Twitch, on YouTube. Just come join. Chat to me. Hopefully I haven't put you to sleep. Yeah, my desk's looking a bit messy now when I'm getting to it. That is why I'm doing breaks in the series, because it gives me more time just to, sort stuff out. Just, I think I'd lose myself if I went straight for 24 hours. I might at some point, but it'd be a lot more planned out, much more planned out build than this. It's also the strain that something like 24 hours would take on someone. It is something. It also takes strain on relationships you have around you, because yeah. Oh, there we go. Oh. I'm gonna lose it. I'm not building these right. I am not building these segments right at all. There we go. What the? Oh, I am losing it with this window. Whew. It's just confusing me. And yeah. Alright, let's get back to it. Back to the grind, get back to building this thing up. Yeah, that was your daily window building segment for the day. Right, let's get some more white place down. Yeah, let's start building the back wall for another little area. The sense in the back here. So I'm repeating myself, aren't I? Slowly losing it. Oh. You know what? This build is mainly Speed Champion. Let's talk a bit about them. A bit about why the team is actually I have decided to go with such big mob. You heard me talking with Mr. Kiwi yesterday. You may know I was. There is reason behind it, and it's mainly because I'm. Star Wars is good. It's not losing something. At least for me. I feel like the Star Wars was great. And it has been great. But where is that greatness now? feels like the greatness might be fading. Sometimes just the build, maybe the quality, just like going down. But the greatness just little things. So yeah, so I just Speed Champion and I'm enjoying it. Like, when have you not heard praise for this scene? Honestly, I think there should be more stuff like this. I think Speed Champions deserves large-scale mod creation. I think it's honestly a theme that can. Now I know people build their own racetrack, so shout out to Speed Champions Raceway. Honestly, I like it. I really love the idea. It's like building your own city, but just something a bit more niche, special. I just think it's a really cool idea. So, really, great congrats up to him. Right. I'm just gonna grab another set of pieces to help me. One of my all-time favourites, and one of the comments I always pick on the Pick Brick wall. A 1x2 with these two holes on the side. They just make such easy work when mock building. Just something like that. Just actually need to check the alignment on that, see if it's good. Because I want to actually add in like a bit of detailing onto it. Oh yeah. We are sitting with plenty of space here to work with. Well, that's like the Speed Champions mocks I've seen. Just like the actual cars, they look pretty good. It is, and it's sort of a smaller scale to work to. I think you can give a lot more credit to the designer when you see it. In Star Wars, I have to say, yeah, the shipbuilding is impressive. It's some of the best stuff I can see people doing. Like you see brick vault models, they're pretty incredible. Yeah, I'm not going to use these tooth pieces. Don't seem to be working. Where's my backing gone? There we go. No, actually, I'm gonna modify this so we have a bit more space on it. Yeah, it is. You're watching the creative process pretty much right now. You can just watch me build. It's just doing this. You do understand when you do stream yourself, you understand where you do get people singing on streams. You know who I'm talking about if you're watching this. Oh, an awful lot about them. Yeah, there we go. Well, right. Yeah, so we're just going to leave one gap sort of there. So we just have this lining strategy is actually looking pretty good now. No, I think Speed Champion Tires, like, they're doing film cars at the moment, which I think really sort of cool idea for a theme. Sort of look at sort of its film sort of representation. But I think what would be quite cool is sort of like video game cars. Say you see designers who do stuff like the Need for Speed. The Need for Speed BMW, you see designers done. Same with like stuff from Unbound. And it is really sort of cool stuff that they'll do. And I think honestly it looks so great for just from the builder. And I think like Speed Champions could do stuff like that. No, they're doing very well-rounded stuff, like creating a Supra. Not the old Supra, so the new Supra. It's very well-rounded. Though they are doing stuff with raceways now, which I think is epic. Like the Le Mans, the Lego did stuff at the actual race in France, which was cool. You actually saw they've got 2 sets released on it. Got one sitting right here. Whoopsie, don't break. This one set here based on Le Mans, and I bought at the raceway. Yeah, a Ferrari. Ferrari won Le Mans. The Porsche hypercar. They've also got the Peugeot hypercar, the Technic set, which looks to be an incredible build, but sadly I don't have the budget just to buy that one. There you go, actually. I'm going to make little ensembles here. You see, so I'll just add little railings there. So it's got this sort of filled in area. Let's add something cool. Stream Watcher. Yeah, that is the one viewer. You are the stream watcher for this one. What's something cool I should add there? Now, like a lightsaber, a sword. What should I add? No comments? Okay, right. Well, I think I'm going to go for the all-famous constant to the point where my spare piece tins are filled with them. Let's put down a wrench. Yeah, got a black wrench, but anything nicer. Yeah, this is just a spare piece bin, just more instead. Got dark tape there. Yeah. They tribute to everything Lego puts in their sets. The one wrench. God, could you imagine life with Lego if we didn't have this wrench? I think I've got more. I think I've got more of these than lightsabers in my collection, and that's saying something. But there we go. Now I think I've got an idea of integrating this in using our favourite piece for window building. I'm going to use that to edge around there, and look at that. One thing you gotta love is a perfect fit that you don't see on camera. I will show a video, but that's a perfect fit. Honestly, this thing of dreams, man. Whoop, there. You wonder how something can make a mock builder so happy? Honestly, dreaming if you get a connection like that. Just dreaming. How's that look? That's pretty nice. Or would it look better like that? It would look better like that. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to grab some longer pieces just to slide all the way along here. So we're coming up to the 4-hour mark in the challenge. 1/8 of the way. Man. That is something. That is something to say how long the challenge has gone. Alright, but anyway, yeah, nearly there. We're 8 minutes off. So I think I might attach this, and we'll call that the end of this stream. There we go. Yeah, you can see the orange bits there just flying, just been casually more knocked over as this build's gone. Alright. Yeah, these things here I use them for a grass technique sometimes on my old project, but now they're super useful to have. Just okay, one off. There we go. That's it. So that's 6, so that's 2 bricks now. Yeah, one off on this side. Whoop. Yeah, one thing I would say is I do a bit of tidy up after streams. I just tidy up the whole segment here. If you can see, it's just got overflown with boxes at the moment, but they're looking pretty good. Just one thing, I will move this all up so you, the viewer, yeah, so you get to see just one first look at how this project might shape out. Oops, go on. Move these and just see. Wait up. There we go. That looks pretty good, actually. God, that lined up so well. There we go. It's looking good, guys. It's looking pretty good. Alright, and we are gonna end dead on 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah, it's been one of my quiet streams. I can give it that. We haven't had any guests on. But we got a lot done in this stream. Guess that says something, doesn't it? Yeah. There we go, guys. You can see first look, and with car up front. This is going good. One thing here, we have little lights in each one, but there we go, guys. That is, yeah. So I think I might call the stream there. Oh my god, 4 hours, guys. 4 hours to stop watching. The stopwatch has stopped until the next stream starts. God, thank you so much for watching. It's been incredible. You've heard me maybe ramble even a bit, but just talking about everything. It's been super great, super fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. And guess what? I'll see you in the next one. Oh, I missed that timing very badly, but now I'll see you in the next one. Come on.